From Toledo's news leader, this is WTOL 11 News at Noon.
Welcome to WTOL 11 News at Noon. Amanda Faye has a day off. This afternoon, hundreds of new jobs are coming to Northwest Ohio. It's part of First Solar groundbreaking on a new facility in Wood County. More on today's groundbreaking ceremony coming up. But first, we've got some rain and some storm chances headed our way today, but when will they arrive? Let's send it over to First Alert meteorologist Ellen Fritz for the very latest. Ellen?
That's a big question, right, for your Friday afternoon and evening plans. Well, there is rain pretty much knocking on our door, but it's still going to take a while to get to the Toledo metro. So some showers and thunderstorms working into Fort Wayne, just south of South Bend and near the Chicago area. But as we go through your evening time hours, that's the better shot for some rain. So let me show you hour by hour for the rest of today and tonight. Noon, there's the showers and storms near Fort Wayne. They will get into our area, but likely fall apart. So maybe a shower or an isolated storm by 3-4 o'clock. As the evening wears on, maybe your drive home from work, that's when a few storms will begin to develop. So 5, 6, even to 7 o'clock. But the majority of this rain will stay south of Route 6 and the Bowling Green area. So Findlay, Ottawa, Defiance, Van Wert, Upper Sandusky. You will likely be seeing some thunderstorms into the evening hours tonight. So if you are hoping maybe to get a round of golf in this afternoon, Toledo and even the northern part of Wood County, you'll be doing just fine. Into the lower 80s, the storms will stay to the south, at least for the early evening. Now looking ahead to the weekend, going to be nice and warm, but some showers and thunderstorms could mess with your plans. I'll really work through the entire weekend when you see me next. For now, I'll send it back over to you, Stephen.
A SWAT situation ends peacefully in West Toledo. Police got a call about a suicidal man inside of a home on Travis Road near Jackman about midnight. The SWAT team and a negotiator was called out. Eventually, the man came out of the house and was fully cooperative. Police say the call came from an ex-girlfriend who said the man was angry about their situation. No one was arrested. A teen is behind bars for murdering a local pizza driver. Sadari Knighton and her family is speaking out about the murder. Her brother says she was working longer that night and that extra delivery cost her life. Prosecutors plan to charge 16-year-old Marcelo Jackson as an adult, but Sadari's brother says it's going to take more than police to stop teens from killing.
I think we need more mentors. I think we need more people to volunteer to come alongside these young kids. They don't have nobody taking the time with them to show them how to be young men.
Sadaria's brother says he forgives her alleged killer and hopes he learns something from this. Sadari's employer, Happy's Pizza, will be holding a vigil for her. It will be on Monday night starting at 10 p.m. at the store on Dorr Street. Monroe County Police need your help catching 2 crooks. Take a good look. Police just released these images of these guys. Employees at this Sprint store in Frenchtown Township say the pair used knives to cut the security tethers to steal several display cell phones. The incident happened in April. If you know who either of these men are, call Michigan Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. A new non-addictive painkiller could be the answer to curbing the opioid epidemic. Researchers in Massachusetts believe their new pill is the solution. The drug targets areas of the brain which lead to the addiction side effects.
I think the opioid epidemic, the main driver of it is the fact that a lot of us are in pain. And if we don't give effective painkillers, we're never going to.
Researchers are still testing the new drug. President Trump is on his way to Canada for the G7 summit, where he said he expects to engage in tough talks with 6 U.S. allies. Relations are tense after the president slapped new tariffs on imported steel and aluminum from Canada, Mexico, and the European Union. Weijia Jiang has more from Quebec City in Canada.
President Trump had a message for Mexico and Canada before leaving for the G7 summit outside of Quebec City, where trade is expected to take center stage.
If we're unable to make a deal, we'll terminate NAFTA. We'll have a better deal. If we are unable to make a deal, we will be better off.
President Trump's America First policy decisions have angered U.S. allies. U.S. tariffs on imported steel and aluminum from the European Union, Canada, and Mexico have those nations threatening new tariffs of their own on U.S. products. On Thursday, France and Canada refused to back down on Mr. Trump, who insists the tariffs will keep the U.S. safer.
Risible.
It is laughable, Prime Minister Trudeau said, to say that Canada, France represent a threat to America's national security.
When it all straightens out, we'll all be in love again.
Tensions are already high, and President Trump may be adding to the drama. He suggested this morning that Russia should be allowed to rejoin the G7.
Russia should be in this meeting. Why are we having a meeting without Russia being in the meeting?
Russia was kicked out in 2014 as punishment for annexing Crimea. The Kremlin responded to Mr. Trump's proposal, saying Russia is focused on other formats apart from the G7. The president will leave the summit early to head to Singapore for Tuesday's summit with North Korea's dictator. He'll skip meetings about clean energy, ocean protection, and climate change. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, Quebec City.
While the president said he's well prepared to meet with Kim Jong-un on Tuesday, he also said attitude is more important than preparation. President Trump's goal is to get North Korea to agree to complete denuclearization and also on a quick timeline for making that happen. But Kim Jong-un has only said he's willing to talk about it and makes no promises. Mr. Trump says if North Korea doesn't agree, then the harsh sanctions on the regime would remain in place. And he warned that if the meeting isn't going well, he will simply walk out of it. President Trump also announcing this morning that he may give a pardon to the late boxing great Muhammad Ali. In 1967, Ali refused to be inducted into the U.S. Army, citing religious reasons. He was immediately stripped of his heavyweight title and convicted of draft evasion. Ali avoided prison while his case was appealed. In 1971, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned his conviction. The Trump administration won't defend some key parts of the Affordable Care Act. In papers filed last night, the Justice Department sided with a lawsuit brought by Texas and 19 other lead states. It seeks to have the individual mandate requiring health insurance declared unconstitutional. It's also asking a judge to strike down a provision guaranteeing coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. And you might want to grab your swimsuit and get the kids ready. City pools are open this weekend. Pickford, Wilson, and Jamie Farr pools will be opening tomorrow. Roosevelt and Willie's will open next weekend. The first 1,000 kids at Wilson Park get in free after a donation from the Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club. One pool manager says he remembers spending his childhood at the city pools.
I'd go to Roosevelt and it'd be one of the hottest days. It'd be, a packed pool. It just, it was a good day, swimming.
Pools are open from noon to 6 p.m. We have all the information you need on our free WTOL 11 news app. Coming up, famed chef, author, and storyteller Anthony Bourdain passes away. We'll take a look back at his well-known career. Plus, a desperate search through tons of rubble for survivors gets put on hold as hundreds remain missing following a volcanic eruption. The reason behind this, move next.
Stay Senator Randy Garner.